5 most amazing structures in the world. Number 5. The Colosseum. The Colosseum is an oval amphitheatre in the centre of the city of Rome. Built of travertine and brick-faced concrete, it is the largest amphitheatre ever built. Originally known as the Flavian Amphitheatre, it was commissioned in 72 CE by Emperor Vespasian. It was completed by son Titus in 80 CE, with later improvements by Domitian. 100,000 Jewish prisoners contributed to build the Colosseum. Also teams of professional Roman builders, engineers, artists, painters and decorators undertook the more specialist tasks necessary for building the Colosseum. It took 9 years to build. Even today, construction of a stadium that size would be difficult to build in only 9 years. The amphitheatre was used for entertainment for 390 years. During this time, more than 400,000 people died inside the Colosseum. It's also estimated that about 1 million animals died in the Colosseum as well. Number 4. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China, one of the greatest wonders of the world, was listed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1987. It is approximately 21,196 kilometres long, and it winds up and down across deserts, grasslands, mountains and plateaus. Its construction first began around 700 BC. Most of the wall was built or restored in the Ming Dynasty from 1368 to 1644. It's not a single long wall, but a system of many walls. Its role was to prevent invasion from other states and to protect the Silk Road trade. As many as 300,000 workers died during its construction, and it's believed that many of these workers were buried within the wall itself. Number 3. The Egyptian Pyramids. The Egyptian pyramids are ancient pyramid-shaped masonry structures located in Egypt. As of November 2008, sources cite either 118 or 138 as the number of identified Egyptian pyramids. The pyramids were built as burial places and monuments to the pharaohs. As part of their religion, the Egyptians believed that pharaohs needed certain things to succeed in the afterlife. Deep inside the pyramid, the pharaoh would be buried with all sorts of items and treasures that he may need to survive in the afterlife. One of the biggest mysteries about the Egyptian pyramids is the construction techniques used to erect them. The incredible feat of the Egyptians is all the more impressive when taking into consideration that over 2 million limestone and granite blocks were used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. Each piece of masonry weighed about 2.5 tons. Number 2. The ISS. The ISS is a space station, or a habitable artificial satellite, in low Earth orbit. Its first component was launched into orbit in 1998, with the first long-term residents arriving in November of that year. The ISS is the largest human-made body in low Earth orbit and can be seen with the naked eye from Earth. The International Space Station began with the launch of the Zarya control module in November 1998. Since then, the massive structure in the sky has grown into an unprecedented construction site. The ISS weighs 400 tons and covers an area as big as a football field. It stands approximately 400 kilometers above Earth's surface. A partnership between European countries, the United States, Japan, Canada and Russia, the ISS is the world's largest international cooperative program in science and technology. Before we get to number 1, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for new videos. Number 1. The LHC. The Large Hadron Collider is the world's largest and most powerful particle collider and the largest machine in the world. It was built by the European Organisation for Nuclear Research, CERN, between 1998 and 2008 in collaboration with over 10,000 scientists and hundreds of universities and laboratories, as well as more than 100 countries. The LHC cost a total of $8 billion to build, $531 million of which came from the United States. It lies in a tunnel 27 kilometers in circumference and as deep as 175 meters beneath the France-Switzerland border near Geneva. Inside the accelerator, 2 high-energy particle beams travel close to the speed of light before they are made to collide. The beams travel in opposite directions in separate beam pipes. They are guided around the accelerator ring by a strong magnetic field, maintained by superconducting electromagnets. The data recorded by each of the big experiments of the LHC will fill around 100,000 dual-layer DVDs every year. Before it began operations, some people feared that the LHC would destroy Earth by creating a black hole that would swallow the entire planet.